We're doing Ella's song. We're all in. We want to make this Billy's big send-off. He's agreed to sing Soul.
All right, so are you going to tell me what I need to do for that,
We
Stan?
will. Yeah.
Okay,
And,
great.
and the whole congregation and choir are invited. Instructions have already gone out to the choir. I'll copy them to you.
Okay, great. Um, so just looking ahead, we have a pretty big congregational meeting happening on June 28th. That's 3 Sundays from now. That is to elect our pastoral nominating committee, the PNC. Those are 9 people who will find our next pastor. That's kind of a big deal. The nominating committee will move a slate of 9 people. We hope that the congregation will be excited by that 9. It gets a little complicated if somebody self-nominates or nominates someone from the floor. If that happens, then we have to have a ballot vote. And doing a ballot vote via Zoom is really hard for a number of reasons. One, we have people that are phoning in. 2, we have multiple households on one device. So we are working through a plan for that. But it is the hope that we will practice that voting next Sunday. So we'll have a plan, and then immediately after the benediction, we'll have a practice vote to kind of teach people this is how it's going to be and this is what we're going to do. And then hopefully all will go smoothly on the 28th. So that's what's coming down the pike as kind of more extraordinary things that we have to figure out. So we're working on that. Otherwise, I think that's all I have for today. Are there any questions, thoughts? Billy?
Speaking of which, I have to help with the other congregational meeting right after worship at New York Avenue on Sunday morning. Do y'all need me in a breakout room right after? Because I'm jumping over to the Emmanuel one to help with their congregational meeting.
No, to go. In fact, I think as soon as you're done with your prayers of the people, if you need to peace out, you can.
Yeah, it'll be fine. But
okay. But if Billy disappears, he is working at 2 churches at the moment, so he is going to the other church. Great. Okay, Nicole, anything? Oh, you're quiet. You're muted.
What happened?
I'm not sure. We can hear you now.
You can hear me now. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Everything just froze over here. Okay.
Huh.
And I got dropped and then reconnected. Kick it out.
That has happened to me before.
Okay.
It's not that pleasant.
A lot is happening today with technical issues.
Okay. Well, appreciate you all. I've had a little more rest, so I think we'll be a little clearer on Sunday. Go ahead, Joe.
So I've got the streaming up and running now. If a couple of us want to test that, we probably don't need everyone as far as the spotlighting and unspotlighting.
Okay.
See if it shows up any different.
Billy,
Len,
could you share
Megan,
slides?
do you want to peace out? You're welcome to stay, but I'm sure you have other things to do on Friday night. Thank you so much, guys.
See you Sunday.
See you at
See you.
9:15 on Sunday.
Everybody's well in your house.
One quick question from my perspective, since
Sure.
I came in late. I've done this before, but I'm trying to remember. So the slide will come up, and then I will come up, and that's my cue when the slide comes up, right?
Right. When the slide appears,
Then
you are ready to go. You will have to unmute yourself, Len. I think when you did
Right.
this before,
Yeah.
Will had the power to unmute you, and that something has shifted with the update on Zoom. So
Okay.
you'll just want to make sure that you are unmuted before
Yep.
you start talking. But yes, your cue is once the slide comes up.
That's
And Len, do you have the worship script?
Yes.
Okay, so that's also your guide. We encourage folks to print that out, so that's
Right.
right in front of you, just in case for some reason we have issues with the slides.
Okay. That's all I had.
Okay.
Len, I'm just asking you and your wife, you're all well? COVID's gone?
Yeah, well, there's been another development, but yeah, we're all fine. It was never COVID, it was something else, but she's fine and had another accident, but she's recovering from it too. So she has a new hip too now. So
Oh, man.
Oh, you don't just get a new hip like that.
we were bike riding and things didn't work out the way they're supposed to, but
Len, when
it
did
was
this
about 2
happen?
weeks ago, so she's good. She's not good. She's got a cane, but she's
Okay.
yeah. She doesn't like to talk about things like that, so I'm being a bit evasive.
Okay, got it. Got it.
All right. Thanks
All
for
right.
asking, Stan.
Well,
Thanks, Lynn.
Yeah, bye-bye.
appreciate it.
Bye.
Thanks.
Billy, can you share slides?
Will do.
Church members, break your hip and you don't even tell your pastor.
All right. So, and then Nicole, can you unmute and say something?
Something.
Okay, so it looks like it is a slightly different view. I'm looking at the Zoom meeting. I see the slide full screen. Looking at the stream, I see right now Heather in the top right corner.
Okay. So I
So
spotlighted
there
her.
is.
Yep. I spotlighted her after Nicole was the last person to talk. So
Okay.
that works
And
from what you're
so
saying.
I did have her up there, I think. Yes, there she is. Okay, I'm going back and looked at it. Okay, so yeah, I guess as long as we can do that.
Just don't freak out if I've spotlighted you, Heather, or Billy, if you're, doing the preaching or whatever. Don't freak out.
I don't think I can really tell when you spotlight me and not. Like,
Well, it says, that I.
oh, yeah.
It
So would
gave
you
me
like to
that.
speak now that you've been spotlighted? Okay. Okay.
Hello.
And so otherwise, there's no way, other than spotlighting someone more relevant, there's no way to just keep it full screen on here, I guess.
Yeah, the alternative is to maybe see if we can get the streamed view to be only the shared slide and not have a person up there. But
Right.
then we run into issues with
Other things, yeah.
other things. So
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's someone like Heather, I think it's just when it becomes a random person and they're stuck there, that's when it gets a little strange.
yeah,
So
strange.
minor thing, but okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Billy, you can delete that text box that you were dragging, the empty one.
I was fixing it the redneck way.
And then this one you can drag the bottom down on. But I fixed the other. I think I fixed the other slide that y'all were
Yeah, I
having
saw that.
issues
Thank
with.
you.
Yeah. Any other slides you want me to help with?
I think that's all of them, right? Just if you get the videos in, I think the others are ready to go.
Yeah, the offertory video is there, and then the
I trust that they'll be fine, Will.
Yeah,
We can play
yeah.
them on Sunday. Yeah.
and we should play them all the way through.
Yes.
Billy, are you running slides, or is Heather running slides? Who's doing
Bill,
that?
I'm preaching Billy's running slides.
All right.
So- Yeah, so let me say a word about that. I'm going to be on the right Wi-Fi this week, and I'm going to be on the stronger one, and I'm going to be as close to the router as possible. We have been playing heck with this gigantic oven that needs to get
Right.
installed this week that we ended up having to push through our window, and we just found out that the very stubborn folks are going to be here to install it on Sunday morning. So
Okay,
I'm
so
going to be next to the router unless they are being loud, and then I'm going to go upstairs. Okay.
all right.
Can you share those slides with me, just in case, or with Will and Joe and I, just in case, because if that becomes an untenable situation, I can probably run slides.
So y'all are
And-
pretty good.
Well, you're preaching. I don't think that's wise for you to run slides in a bad situation.
because my blood pressure might.
Yeah. Jessica said, if we're ever in a pinch, just let her know. I know we don't want to use her to give her space and let her do her thing, but she did say this last week. So,
Okay.
if we're ever in a pinch and need help running slides, the biggest thing is she didn't have to make the slides. She didn't
Right,
have
right,
to help with any of that. She can hit, forward on.
Right.
So.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, it is stressful to run slides, but I don't run them while I'm preaching. Like I just
Right.
turn them off. So it's the stressful part is turning them back on after the sermon. But
Right.
if Billy's got trouble, I can run the beginning slides. I think I can do that. If it would feel better for you, Will, feel free to reach out to Jessica.
I'll
Would
let her
you guys
know.
like me to be on standby Sunday morning to run slides and to avoid reaching out to Jessica?
I'm hoping we're not going to need either one of you.
Yes.
Okay.
Fine. I just want you to know, like, that's our game plan.
Yeah. It's good to just think through. If I see an oven mover walking behind you, I'll understand what's going
It will
on.
be behind me. It's just a matter of if they're loud, which hopefully they won't be.
Okay.
I'll be muted almost all the time anyway.
Right.
John has a coronary because the neighborhood kids come to our door, which is like immediately to my left, and they knock to play with Franklin, and he's like, "They're here! Tell them to go away."
Quick question. Last Sunday, the sun started shining really brightly
Through that door.
through the door. Okay, it's through the door. Is there any? I mean,
John now has a towel that he's going to hang over the door
all right, cool.
so that I don't get the
Yeah.
divided face. Yeah, I watched that sermon. I was like, oh yeah, I see what they were talking about.
Yeah, I texted John in the middle of it. I don't know if he gets my texts half
Oh
the
yes,
time, but sometimes.
He's so busy texting you, he forgets about my teleprompter.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Well, that's not good. That's not good.
It's fine.
right.
Okay, I know Will and Joe, we should talk about your summer schedule and plan.
I got you.
imagine that you guys are going to want some Sundays where you're not doing this. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I imagine there might be some time where you would like to not be on, and I'd like to have a plan. So
I've got a week where I'm gone, but other than that, I don't think I have anything.
okay, do you know what that date is, Joe, by any chance?
It's around July 4th. It's that first week. Let me see what Sunday that is.
The Sunday after July, I think July 4th is a Saturday.
So, second, it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to be gone
July.
June 28th
Okay.
through. Well, I guess it's 2 Sundays.
Okay, June 28th and July 5th.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we probably need to teach somebody how to stream.
At this point, it's pretty streamlined and
Okay.
relatively easy. I'll put together some directions,
Honestly,
the
I mean,
login information and all that.
Okay.
that's something that you set it and forget it until the end, correct? Basically, the way it is now. Is it something I could start?
You have to start it at the beginning. Yeah.
But is it something I could do quickly and then just not have to loop somebody else in? We could teach somebody. Don't get me wrong. We could teach somebody how to do it.
Yes, I think is the answer to your question. I mean, and that's what I was saying a couple of weeks ago is that originally there were all these headaches. Now that I got past all the headaches, it's actually pretty easy. So I start it up, I make sure it's going, I kind of monitor it throughout, but I don't really actively have to do anything during the service unless something happens.
Right.
Okay. So we'll figure that out.
it's-
If you could do like a one pager information
I'll write up
sheet.
directions.
Great. Okay. And then Will, I don't know what your professional and personal life entail and what you need, but
Yeah, I'll respond to your email and
Okay.
kind of. I have to talk it through with my wife. And
yep.
see what I have going on, but
Okay. We do have a guest preacher, I think, later on in July, so that might be a good time, but it might not be a good time for your family. So just let me know.
okay.
And I think
Dan, you're not
mentioned-
going anywhere, right? Oh, you're muted again.
Stan.
I'm totally
Oh.
not muted
Okay.
according to my machine, but
You're not muted.
Okay. Well, your lips are moving. I couldn't hear you.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, but if I'm going, I don't think I'll be going on Sundays.
Okay.
Do something to the beach.
All right. Well, we can do recordings if need be. So
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
And I think I
Cool.
mentioned before, but weeks that Will might be gone, since the streaming part is a lot easier than it used to be, I could do more than one thing on Sunday. That's no problem.
okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a sense of summer, especially with Billy leaving on July 12th, like of who's doing what and how we staff and that kind of stuff. So if you all will let me know kind of your dates and schedules, then we'll go from there.
All right.
Updated the schedule with Will on the virtual choir site. that has the next up through July 12th music plan. So,
Bye, Nicole.
Bye, Nicole.
Be safe going home. Have a good weekend. Thank you for your work this week.
You're welcome. Everybody have a good weekend, and I will see you folks.
Thanks,
right.
Nicole.
Thanks.
Stan, what did you say? I'm sorry that everything was up on your.
So Will, on the virtual choir site, I sent a link to everybody, a shared doc that's got the music plan.
Okay, that looked very ambitious.
It's probably more than we need, but
Okay.
it's just everything on one page.
It looked like a whole column of will.
And it's going to change, but
Okay.
Aisha's going to cover some. Will do some. Jeanette can.
Okay, I want to be.
Yeah, but
I want to make sure we're not burdening our volunteers too harshly. Okay.
And so Will and I, we can visit offline. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think that's it. Enjoy your Friday evening, your Saturday. I'll see you on Sunday morning. Thank you, guys.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.